It is a journey through the Bible with Mukhwana Isaac. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We thank the Lord our God for the gift of life, for how far He has brought us. Yesterday, I introduced the book of Psalms, and we saw that it's the book of prayer, the prayer of God's people of all times. It is not for it did not end in the Old Testament, neither did it end during the time of Jesus early church, but up to date. Now, we shall look at a few of the many thoughts that we can, of course, find in the Psalms, and which can help us in our prayer. We may not really look at all of them right from number 1 up to 150. Let us start with Psalm 24 from about verse 1 to 7. To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, in you I trust. Let me not be put to shame. Let not my enemies exult over me. You let none that wait for you be put to shame. Let them be ashamed who are wantonly treacherous. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your path. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. Be mindful to your mercy, O Lord, and of your steadfast love, for they have been from of old. Remember not the sins of my youth, or my transgressions. According to your steadfast love, remember me, for your goodness' sake, O Lord. This psalm beautifully reminds us that the earth and everything in it belong to the Lord, the creator and sustainer of all. When the psalmist declares, "To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul," remember me for your goodness' sake towards the end. It is an act of humble surrender against trust. The psalm reflects a heart that acknowledges God's holiness and sovereignty, recognizing that only those with clean hands and pure hearts can stand in His presence. Nothing unclean will, even on one day, stand in the presence of God. This lifting up of the soul is not just a cry for help, but a declaration of faith that God's goodness, mercy, and truth are greater than our weaknesses and failures. It calls you and myself to open the gates of our hearts that the King of the glory may enter and reign within us. This psalm teaches us to live with reverence and integrity before God, remembering that our lives, possessions, and abilities are His gifts. It invites us to continually lift our souls in prayer and dependence, not relying on our righteousness, but on God's mercy. In moments of sin and struggle, we must echo the psalmist's plea, asking uh, God to remember us for his goodness' sake, not our deeds. Above all, it reminds us to prepare our hearts for the coming of Christ, the true King of glory, who desires to dwell within us and make our lives a reflection of his holiness and love. And finally, this psalm also reminds you and myself that nothing good can change God. That you may do things and you think, I want to change God, maybe it's like a bribe. My brother, my sister, you cannot do anything to change God. God's mercy is unconditional. His love is unconditional. He treats us according to his will. And that is why the psalmist says, to you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, in you I trust. Yes. Remember not the sins of my youth or my transgressions. According to your steadfast love, remember me for your goodness' sake, O Lord. Thank you for loving a journey through the Bible. Thank you for following, for subscribing, and for moving with me each and every day. And to you who has just joined me today, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I have been Mukhwana Isaac with the journey through the Bible. Be blessed.